were looking at the camera?
I can. No, I will.
Make sure you're looking at the camera. It's over there.
Visible.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, shit.
Put on.
One more. I'm sorry, brother. It didn't even get you. There it is. That was that one. Flat out. Bro, honestly, being a dad is the best thing that's ever happened to me, bro. No lie. Like, as I sit here and think about it, my eyes are low-key starting to water.
Yeah.
Because it's completely changed my life. Like, my whole goal, even just starting in business 7 years ago, was solely because initially I just wanted the flashy things and the lifestyle. And then it became deeper than that, and I just wanted the freedom. And then it became a step deeper than that once I truly realized, like, I always knew I was gonna marry Tia, but when we actually got married, I was like, okay, I wanna build some freedom so that when my child gets here, I can not miss a moment. Because with me growing up, my mom was an entrepreneur, so she was building a business, you know? She's gone from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day. Like, me and my brothers kind of raised ourselves at the crib, kind of, in a sense. You know, my parents were definitely there. They were definitely supportive. They're the best of the best, you know what I'm saying? Don't get what I'm saying twisted. But at the same time, with them being out of the crib and always grinding so that we could live the lifestyle that we wanted to as children and as a family, and then with my actual father not being that much in the picture in the very beginning as well, as we've grown older, we've developed a relationship. But with me, I just wanted life to be different. I wanted it to look drastically different from how I grew up, truly. And that's all I've ever wanted, and I've been able to literally create that, you know? Like, lived a great life with my wife. We went on some great honeymoon vacations, like traveled the world together, got pregnant throughout this pandemic, literally had our baby 4 weeks early in October. And man, since Brooklyn came out, she's been the best thing on the planet, bro. Like, to wake up and look at her and she just smiles at me in the morning, it's crazy. But it also has brought a sense of clarity, and it's also made me completely switch all of my priorities. Like, I'm very mindful about where I spend my time and who I spend it with, because I just don't have time for, let's call it BS, because we're online. You know what I'm saying? But like, at all, like, it's crazy. It'll just really make you get serious about your business, about your life, about your goals, because you realize as soon as you see life that you've created, you realize that life is finite. You know, like, one of my friends, I mean, rest his soul, but she just lost her father, and that really made me think about life. Like, what am I doing in order to set up my daughter so that not only, one, she can deal with it in a personal kind of way, in a positive type of way when I go as well, but also that she can be set up for the future, like, regardless. You know, rather than leaving debt, grief, and depression, I want to leave positivity, like residual income, properties, trust, the whole 9 yards. I really want to do a lot for my family. And in the meanwhile, while I'm doing a lot, I just want to be there for all the moments. And that's the coolest thing about being an entrepreneur to me, is I literally, since day one, and in my wife's entire pregnancy, neither one of us clocked in one time, and we've been there throughout every moment. We've been experiencing them together, you know, like, even when she just rolled over for the first time, like, I'm sitting there recording, Tia's sitting there talking to her, and I'm like, man, like, most parents are gone when stuff like that happens, or one's there and one's not, you know, and they're sending a video to the other one. And usually, in most cases, that's the dad. And that sucks to me. I'm like, I didn't want that, you know, I wanted to be there. And that's the coolest part about being a dad to me, bro. I'm there every moment. Like, when we get done, I'm going back to the crib. I'm gonna be chilling on a Tuesday. Me and Brooklyn gonna be vibing out in the living room. I'll probably be reading a book or something. So.
Hi, I'm Denarius Lewis, the CEO of Optimum Outreach. Optimum Outreach is a telecom brokerage where we assist businesses with their phone, TV, internet, and wireless services. We understand how frustrating it can be for business owners and IT professionals to discuss their needs with salespeople. Optimum Outreach offers an unbiased menu of options based on our clients' needs and locations, with highlighted recommendations from experts. We work with businesses across the nation who find us organically on our website or are referred to us through our ambassador program, where we empower folks with tools and resources to create their own businesses. Optimum Outreach, working together to win together.
It's just really cool, man. I've reached a great place in my life and in my career where I have freedom, like freedom of choice. Even our income, it's not like the highest thing in the world, but our lifestyle is just different, you know? Like, we pick up and travel when we want to travel. We stay at home when we want to stay home. We don't answer the phone. We don't want to answer the phone. Like, we truly live a freedom type of lifestyle, and it's because we've had great relationships, a great business, of course a great system, but really most importantly a great team, to the point where we've built something it's the most beautiful thing in the world to see your impact, but also be insignificant to the growth. And it's going to keep on going from there. And you've literally empowered some leaders to go and empower more leaders. And that is every leader and entrepreneur's dream. You know, like that's the reason we all do this, you know? So that's the coolest part, bro. Like being a dad pushed me into that zone. Before that, I wasn't focused.
Yeah.
I was just focused on my next trip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And as a person who watches through Instagram, what are some of the top spots you've traveled? You literally have traveled everywhere, and I love you guys' flex game, so talk about a little about that.
Hey, listen, this is what happened when you're in the travel industry. Flex is part of your business. That's how it is.
It is.
But, I mean, when it comes to me, man, we've been a lot of places, over 75 vacations in the last 7 years. And my
75
top ones,
vacations in 7 years.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy.
I stopped counting at 75. It's like, honestly, it's like 79, because I just got back 3 weeks ago. We were in Tampa. But, yeah, man, with me, top spot was Bali, Indonesia, truly. And I didn't even post that many pictures from Bali. I had like a couple good ones that I threw up, but Bali was just such a surreal moment because you know where we come from.
Yep.
You know, like, bro, I never talked to anybody about going to Bali, never knew where it was on a map really, like never even thought about being there. And when Instagram really became a thing, like in the end of our high school career, I started seeing more pictures of it and just being able to see it more often, and that was cool, but it was like, man, that would be really cool to go, but in my lifetime, I'd probably never see it, you know? And to be sitting there on my 1 year anniversary with my wife in our private villa, I'm sitting there looking at our private beach across the Bali Sea on the northern tip of the island, and I was sitting there like, man, thoughts are really things. Like, you can really think yourself into a whole situation, because I was like, man, it would be cool to be there, and then all of a sudden I was there. Like 40 days before, I hadn't even thought about Bali. We booked it with a 30-day window. Like, booked a flight, booked a trip to China, Bali, Thailand, and Singapore. And that entire tour was insane. But it was just really cool to be some kids from Burnsville who made it to the other side of the world. Yep. You know, like, and that right there, it did so much for me. It showed me that I truly could do anything that I really put my mind to. And that, when I came back from that trip, that is when all my businesses and all the ideas that I've really been having over the last 7 years truly started to explode. And so, yeah, bro, Bali was definitely top notch. Bali swings, you know, you got to do them. You know, I got a cool photo on the gram for that. You got to do them. We went on a little private waterfall tour, went and seen some chocolate plantations, went to the monkey forest. Like, man, Bali was amazing. And so, cool thing I do on my Instagram, at least for like the last 2 years, I've done highlights, so I story all the time. I'm always on my story. Like, so with that, I do highlights of every trip that we've taken. It feels like you're there when you watch it. Like, I go and watch them all the time just for the memories, because that's one reason why I build Instagram. Yes, we flex a little bit, but it's not even a flex. It's just like, truly, I just want to be able to.
It's a lifestyle business.
Yeah,
but you're showing your lifestyle.
Yeah, but bigger than that, bro. I just want to be able to look back in 30, 40 years with my daughter and her children, and be able to show them what me and my wife were doing in our 20s while they're in theirs. You know, like, that's really why I do it. Like, bro, I don't do this for anybody else. The flexing thing is cool, and yeah, but my business is going to build regardless. I'm a relationship guy. I'm going to call you on the phone before I shoot you a DM. It's just what it is. So with that, like, that's how I build my business. So with my Instagram, man, it's truly just for my family in the future, bro. Like, I just want to be able to look back and be like, that's who your dad was. You know, like, throughout my teenage or 20s, when everybody else is like BSing, like, look and see. Go look at what I was posting. Go look at what I was saying. Go look at what I was doing. Go look at the highlights, and literally go and relive those moments with your grandma and your grandpa. Yep. You know, and that's why I build social media. But when it comes to travel, bro, we ain't even nowhere near done. No. You know, I just got the passport 2 years ago. So, I mean, we hit Mexico this past August, middle of COVID, pandemic travel. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. A lot of people are really scared. I completely understand. I'm a person who lives by faith and not by sight, truly. But it's really safe. Like, just like we can sit in a restaurant right here with our mask down and chop it up with each other, you can do this in Tulum. You can do it in California.
Yep.
You can do it. Well, California's a little locked down.
They're locked. I just came back from Cali a couple weeks ago, so they locked down.
Hey,
But,
low key, they just opened up outside dining. I just saw an article. This
say less. I'll
morning.
be in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So yeah, like, but I mean, you can still travel a lot of places. But Mexico is super fun. We did a resort takeover there with about 25 of our friends, and all inclusive. That was bombs. My first time to Mexico. You know, like. Where we grew up, all of the friends were going on spring break trips to Mexico.
Everyone from who went to Party, whoever went to Savage,
Yep.
who lived in that area. Yep, I know what you're
Everybody was
talking
going to Mexico.
Oh, we went to Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, so I always wanted to go, and this was our first time, and we got to do it for our baby moon, so that was cool. Mexico is definitely top notch, Bali was top notch, and above all else, Singapore was top notch.
I love that.
Truly, 'cause Singapore was something different. I sat at the top of the Marina Bay Sands. Like, I remember watching a video 5 years ago from one of my mentors, and I can honestly tell you, don't remember what he talked about in the video, but what I do remember is the view right behind him.
Yeah.
And I said, one day I will be successful enough to go stand in that same spot with that same view. Promise. And 5 years later, I was there. Thoughts are things.
And it's manifestation.
Truly.
So visualization. So it's been some years, but I remember a couple years ago we met at Starbucks, Edina.
Yeah, I remember that.
Everything was happening, and you were like, "Yo, man, this is what I do," and I was like, "Bro, I just got done. I'm going through bankruptcy right now." But PBS just interviewed me, so
Yeah.
like I got some traction going. So I can tell you for
remember that.
woo. And
You were building, bro. You've come a long way, man.
and likewise, literally. So this is a humbling experience where you were interviewing me a couple years ago, asking me questions. Now I'm
Right.
like, "Yo, how your life been, man?" Like,
Right.
woo. So it's just been a transition, and it's planting that seed, really. And I love, again, we come from the same school. You know, we're in class together, but I went out
Mr. Burfine's class.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Burfine. My point.
With the little eye. I remember, I'll never forget him.
Yes, I got suspended because of him. Actually,
Yep.
I got suspended because of myself,
Yeah.
but he told the principal. So, but he cried. So he was
Yeah.
like, "I don't want to punish you, but I have to." I was like, "Let's use a substitute teacher," and I understand.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, we were low key some devils in his class, bro.
we were. I literally got suspended 10 days before graduation.
Oh.
So it was really like, this is a different story, but
Yeah.
got suspended. So, but he wasn't because of it, but he's gonna report it. So I gotta say it like that, because really it's me, just being me.
Definitely.
Who put myself in that position. But
Take responsibility. That's
guys
all it
too.
is.
Well, I can laugh about it now because I ain't in school.
Right.
But we go from the same school, same class, and I stepped out and went to school out in Nevada and all these other places, and so I was watching you, vicariously. You were the first person, when you're a traveling company,
Yep.
get the BMW.
Right.
Very early age, 16-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid with a BMW. I'm like, brother, I'm still.
Hey, I was 18.
18. All right, 18. I don't know what age.
I might not have had my license. It was legal though.
But you had it, and that was an inspiration for me, because I didn't get my license in car until I was 20.
Wow.
So really, because I was traveling and trying to figure it out, living paycheck to paycheck. So when I saw vicariously all the success you were having, and fast forward, it's almost 10 years after high school. Really, 2021 is 10 years for me.
Right.
You graduated a year after me, correct?
2013.
2013.
Yep.
Man, you young.
Yeah.
Young and successful.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy, bro. Like, I remember when I started back in the day, nobody thought it worked.
I was one of those people. I'm not gonna say I wasn't.
Everybody and their mom thought I was doing a scam, like truly. And it was crazy because, bro, I used to get bashed on Facebook. Like, aside from, like, a lot of people, they look at the life and it was, it was very positive. But on the back end, it's like, bro, there was many people that went to our same high school that were making Facebook statuses about me, that were clowning me. When I crashed that BMW a year later, there were so many people who slid into my DMs talking good head, like crazy. It was really wild. And with me, I was just like, in the very beginning, I was young and naive, and I definitely fed into it, and I used to snap back. But after a while, I was just like, man, you know what? Dogs don't bark at parked cars, truly. And at the end of the day, man, like, me and Tia have literally lived a life that I can say that 99% of people dream about.
Yeah, literally.
Truly. And we did it right. You know what I'm saying? And to truly be able to say that and have, like, the posture to be able to mean it too, like, it's crazy, because that's all I ever wanted. I just wanted to be able to prove everybody wrong. That was it. Like, in the very beginning, the only reason I was stubborn enough to stick on and have more grit in me than quit in me is because everybody told me I was gonna fail, and I'm one of them hard heads that's like, nah, I ain't going. And over the last 7 years, bro, like, life has been good, and I've truly appreciated that real good relationship that we've always kept as well. Like, no matter what, you know what I'm saying? Because we knew that we from the same level playing field. Like,
married your high school sweetheart.
You know,
that's like as I'm saying, that's a real thing.
That's real life. Yeah. Married the high school sweetheart, and on top of that, like, just lived a life, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. We've been able to bring our parents on vacations from in this country to out this country. We brought our in-laws over to Mexico for their anniversary. Like, we brought my mom to Niagara Falls, my little brother Niagara Falls. It's just been really cool, bro, honestly. And truly, I got to give all thanks to that man up above, because without him, it wouldn't be possible, truly. With me, all I've done is just, I always knew I was going to live a great life, you know, just like you did. I'm sure that years way before, when you were broker than broke, I'm sure you knew that you'd be doing this. Well, not this specifically, but you knew you'd live a successful lifestyle. You knew that one day it was going to look a lot different, you know, because you had that seed planted. That's just all it was. And it's been the same with me since I was little. I didn't have the greatest upbringing, the greatest relationship with my family. I moved out in the middle of our senior year, or excuse me, my senior year. Like, I was really out here, you know, like being hard-headed, just doing a lot of the wrong things in life. And eventually something clicked, and I just changed it. Not something, I almost got into a lot of trouble. That's really what it was. I was terrified.
I was like,
I was scared straight. That's what it was. I did some very dumb things, made some huge mistakes, and definitely just ruined some friendships that I actually cherished. And it was just like, just found myself in a moment of pressure where I did some very dumb things, as I'm sure we've all done at different times in our life. And I was on the verge of getting in some very big trouble, and the person that I've always been, and just my heart, is the only thing that kept me out of it, because I've always been genuine regardless. And I just told him, like, hey bro, look, I messed up, bro. Like, this is how this happened. This is what this, you know. And bro, it's just, once you do something like that, I'm being vague because I don't even like to bring it up.
Mind your business.
You know what I'm saying? Stay over there, cut. Nah, but with that, it's like, you come to a place in your life where you're like, okay, am I going to continue down this road, or am I going to go and get what I want? And when it comes down to it, the music I listen to plays a huge part. And one of my favorite artists named Rex Life Raj, he has a song on the album Father Figure 2. Can't tell you which song it is. I don't remember which one it is. But at the end of the song, there is an excerpt, and it's this guy talking. And he's talking about discipline and how most people think in order to live a free lifestyle that you don't have any discipline. And it's the exact opposite, which is completely counterintuitive to how we're all wired to think. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think you live a disciplined lifestyle, your life is in change and you're limited, and it's not like that at all. You start actually disciplining yourself and doing the right things, and you get more freedom. Like, I've watched it happen in my life, bro. As I've become the best man that I could be, and I'm still aiming to be and reach that best, like, we're never gonna reach it, you know, it's a continuous climb. But bro, my life has continuously gotten better and better as I'm looking at the things. I'm like, wow, like, great wife, great marriage, great child. Even my child sleeps through the night. Like, that is a blessing in itself. I got a 3-month-old who sleeps through the night. Like, it's crazy. And just things like those, bro, they haven't come on accident, you know? And I truly feel like everybody knows exactly where they want to go, and they know the things where they're slacking, and they choose to slack. I chose to slack for a long time, and then I just started getting better, hacking away at the little things, and I took them one by one, and I'm still working on stuff in myself as well. But that's just personal development, like, truly. And as you develop, your life just gets better and better, and the success just grows. It just the light gets brighter. That's all it is. So I'm just trying to shine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that. Black excellence.
You know, for real, man. We're far and few out here, but we're growing as a market. This black excellence wave is really hitting, especially over this last year. I've seen a lot, and especially all the entrepreneurs here in Minnesota. If y'all see this, shout out to each and every one of you. I'm friends with a lot of entrepreneurs, man, and it's a blessing, and it's part of my inspiration, you know, just knowing that we're all building this, you know, like, we are the next people to take over. Eventually we will be the ones owning these buildings and everything. Like, everything comes to pass, and it's just like the NBA. There's always a new wave of leadership coming through, and I'm just really excited for the way the world is headed. You know, like, I'm just seeing a lot of growth right now, bro, and it's a momentum season. And here in 2021, like, just lock in. That's all you really got to do.
That's what I'll tell people. Plug in, find your passion, and just
execute.
Literally execute and monetize it, because
Yep.
when people ask any question to any entrepreneur, the entrepreneur, they typically just found something they enjoy and they just found a way to do it simply.
Literally.
That
was literally it. That's all I did. I found network marketing and travel and was like, all right, cool. I want to travel. I'm going to do this. Cool. And we traveled and we did that. And then now when it comes to music, I was like, I want to make money in music, but I don't want to be a singer. And I don't want to be the drummer, because that's a lot of work and that's a lot of time away from my family. So how can I get more time and more money and do the thing that I want? It's cool to be the doctor, but it's better to be the guy who owns a hospital. That's why I built the studio.
Yep.
Period. That's it. It's just ownership, you know. So
I like that.
Yeah, bro.
You can be the bank. You can be the bank teller. You can be the guy who was at the security guy at the door. Or you can be the person who built the bank, who owns the bank.
Literally.
So I'm looking to own the bank to get the equity on all of it. So.
Exactly. Hey, man, I'm just trying to build, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, all the business projects and everything, they're all amazing. But I'm a person where I just want to live a great life, create great life experiences with my family, pass on some great things to my children, and leave a great legacy upon this earth as I walk past them. That's it.
And how old are you today?
26 as of last week.
20.
It's my birthday month still, you know? We getting it in.
26. Okay, in the next 5-10 years, what does life look like? I mean, everything you say will become a fruition. And this is a video your kids are going to come back and speak of, as you spoke about them.
So Pete, the last 90 days really set me up for the next 10 years. We went through a transition with my travel company. They had a year due to the pandemic, as we all know. And we actually just merged with another company that specializes in, the most amazing skincare products from the Dead Sea, as well as the top of the top, one of the cleanest nutrition lines on the planet, like out in the market, literally. And with them, my 10-year goal shifted to really, one, I know for a fact Mikal will be a 7-figure earner. I'll probably do that in my next 5 years, more than likely. Could be shorter, but we'll just keep it at 5. But with that, as I get into 7-figure earners, to be real, I could just, rather than like coming up off the dome, I can just give you these exactly as they are. So I keep everything in here. Oops. New customers, nope. Mally, nope. I put a lot of notes in here, boy. It's okay, and for some reason I can't find it right now.
All as well.
Yep, it's all good. So, long story super short, my 10-year goal is to put 50 people in the same position that I'm in. So if I want to be a 7-figure earner, that means I need 50 7-figure earners to come with me over these next 10 years. And I build 50 7-figure earners. And I'm not just specifically speaking in my one lane. Like, the thing about my team is we're a team of entrepreneurs that have multiple different brands. There's my guy Mega Man, who has a clothing line, as well as he's one of the best fitness trainers, in my opinion, on the planet, truly. And so we're helping him build his brand there. I'm helping me build my brand as an entrepreneur and a speaker here. Like, there's you do what you do as well here in your whole lane. Like, there's a whole people that we have access to, and we as a team, I just want to make sure all my friends get paid.
Yep.
That's literally it. I'm just trying to put everybody in position. A few artists on the squad that I work with that are some of the best artists that I've ever heard in my life. It's crazy. And just raw talent. I just want to be able to put them in position. And over these next 10 years, on top of the school, on top of my business, and creating a 7-figure asset there, like, above all else, bro, I just want to be able to put 50 people in position. Because I heard from a very wise man named Jay-Z, if you want to become a billionaire, you got to create millionaires.
Yep.
That's it. I ordered a shirt this morning. You know what it said? Black billionaire. Shout out to their brand.
Yes.
Another entrepreneur.
Yes.
Like, truly, like, that's really the goal eventually in my life. I keep this big B in my room. Like, one's for my daughter's name, but two, it's because I want to be a billionaire one day. But I know, as I've said all my life, impact is a direct correlation to income.
Correct.
If you don't make an impact, you're probably not making no money. If you haven't affected nobody's lives, you're probably only making enough to barely survive at your own. But if you've affected other people's lives, then you're probably making a good living, like, truly. And I just believe that they go hand in hand. So with me wanting to become a billionaire, that means I really want to make a big impact on this planet. I've always wanted to change the world. I've been telling my mom since I was little. I just didn't want to be the president. I didn't want to do anything like that. I just wanted to do something different. And in my lane now, just living my lifestyle, preaching my truth, and just really letting people hear my story and letting that change their life and inspiration, I feel like that's where I'm called to go, and that's what'll get me to that big B. So that's 10-year goal.
All right.
Scope puts people in position.
I'll see you at the big B, man. That's been planting that seed, and my avenue is real estate and some other avenues. So yeah,
Yep.
I definitely understand it. And it's true, the impact, because people who build hospitals, he's not the one who's not broke. No, he built the hospital to save lives. So you're out there saving lives because you're impacting them. So kudos to you. How can people stay connected and follow up with you?
Honestly, the best way to get connected with me is through my Instagram. I'm very social on there. I hit everybody back just about all my DMs that come in. I'm
DMs
social,
be popping.
They do be popping, but at the end of the day, hey, real life. Don't try it. We're not doing that. My wife is the greatest. Shout out to It's Tia Steele on the gram. She's in my bio. But no, for real, like, shoot me a DM. There's always my Facebook, but honestly, I barely check it. I'm on YouTube as well. I'm starting a channel there. Haven't really grown it as a brand yet, so Instagram would be the best. At Mikal D Steele, MIKALDSTEELE. He'll probably put it in the link. Yeah, man, that's the best way to get a hold of your boy. And when it comes to anything, you guys just want to get a question answered, get some advice, or really just looking to partner up and really launch your career as an entrepreneur, we got a system, we got a team, so hit me.
You guys stay connected. Again, this is Denarius Lewis Startup. We're here with Mikal Steele, and you guys have enjoyed what you guys have to see. All right, brother.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.